Hello everyone, and welcome to my first ever review for the channel. I'm really excited to start publishing full reviews, and I'm going to start off only reviewing games that I really like, and as time progresses and I get better at putting these together, I'll eventually include every game I play. So, without further ado, here we go. Today's video is going to be all about Rock Band 4. Yes, the series that brought about many late-night jam sessions between myself and my friends is finally back after a 5-year hiatus. In that 5 years, Harmonix as a studio has gotten smaller and has also lost some of its main publishers, including EA and MTV Games, who also served as the studio's financial backbone. Nevertheless, the team at Harmonix were dead set on delivering the Rock Band game fans have been asking for since the launch of the newer next-generation consoles. I decided to hold back my thoughts on this game until now to factor in the game's first interim update that was scheduled and released on November 2nd. That added a few fixes to some known bugs here and there. The good news is that the game's formula sticks to what we've all come to know and love over the years, hitting those multicolored notes as they scroll to the rhythm of the song to get the highest score you can, or sing along to the melody if singing is more your thing. The game has since dropped support for keys, so if you're looking to get your Billy Joel or Elton John on, this sadly isn't the game for you. However, the game does bring along with it a few appreciated improvements that further emphasize the simulation of playing music. For example, one of the game's new features has you actually playing and making up your own material on the fly during most songs. Appropriately titled Freestyle Solos, guitarists now have the ability to play whatever they think sounds cool during solo sections of songs that support the new feature, which is most all of them, and rock out whichever way they choose, whether it be within the guidelines the game gives you or not. Next is the addition of vocal freestyle and harmony support. Vocal freestyle is tough to explain to someone who's not musically inclined, but the gist is this. The vocalist can sing off the track's melody, so long as it's within the same key as the original recording's melody and key. To word it simply, you can sing in whatever pitch you want, so long as it harmonizes well with the song's main melody. It's a more advanced way to take on Rock Band's vocals, and a welcome one for novices and experts alike. Lastly, the drums have seen a minor change with the addition of dynamic drum fills. As the title says, the new dynamic drum fills adjust and play differently based on the song you are playing. While it's arguable that this works well during every song, the game does a pretty decent job at pulling a fill from its extensive log and placing one on the track that sounds like it would go well with the song you are playing.
Only wants a cracker. Maybe she would like some food.
It's a neat feature, although like most of the new additions here, I choose to keep it turned off when I'm score chasing. Another thing worth cheering over is the soundtrack. While Rock Band 4 certainly isn't the greatest on-disc set list of the series, the game does boast a unique and wide variety of genres and artists. From Elvis Presley to U2, or even more modern acts like Fall Out Boy and Bruno Mars, there's bound to be something for everyone. Of course, as with almost every game out there, there are some negative aspects about Rock Band 4 that can leave a bad first impression for some. First off, the painstakingly long process of adding legacy content into Rock Band 4. Whether you own the Xbox One or PS4 version, you're going to have to take to either game's marketplace and download each song individually. The game does make it easier in the in-game store by showing you whether or not you have previously purchased a song, but it's still a long process. Harmonix has been transparent on this issue, stating that the newer consoles don't allow for any sort of download all functionality, and that it was unavoidable. While it is nice that past content works here at all, it still would have been much less of a headache if this issue could have been fixed. Up next is the surprising lack of features that were present in Rock Band 3. Even core features such as online multiplayer, more sorting options, even practice mode is inexplicably missing here. Fans have gone on numerous forums and message boards asking about and even demanding the features mentioned, and most of the time are met with the response that Harmonix is treating Rock Band 4 as a platform moving forward, meaning that any content, features or anything of that nature have the potential to be added in later on. While no specifics have been mentioned on anything listed above, there is a major update being planned for December that's going to add in some new features and modes, all of which are still a mystery at this point. So for those wanting to pick up the game and play with friends online, or open a practice session to work on that tough-to-nail guitar lick, the most you can do at the moment is sit and wait. Despite all these minor to major headaches though, the game still plays great. The game rocks a near solid 60 frames per second, dropping only once or twice for a second or so per play session. A new art style is also featured here as well, and love it or hate it, the game still looks and runs great. Rock Band 4 is a game that's very confident in itself, and with the killer on-disc soundtrack, 1,000 plus songs available for DLC at launch, as well as the ability to use older instruments from past games, Rock Band 4 is definitely proving that by being the premier music game of this console generation so far. And while the game still needs polish, as well as a few missing features, Rock Band 4 is most certainly worthy of its encore. And it seems with this new program, not only will you get that from buying games, you will get them from playing too. So, if you ask me, it sounds sort of along this game. Miis will go ahead and communicate with other Miis without your knowledge. This will help people who are hesitant to talk about themselves to communicate with others and reveal a side of you your friends never knew.